welcome everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cosmics. That was amazing. Rudin. I'm the Vice President of Communications for Alaska Airlines and Hawaiian Airlines, and we are delighted to have you here for our inaugural flight from Seattle to Incheon, Seoul, South Korea. So without further ado, I'm going to get us started. We have an amazing program today, so I'm going to welcome our Senior Vice President of Public Affairs and Sustainability, Diana Birkett Rakow.
Well, it's not morning anymore. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here. That was so much fun, and we did have a little joke about whether we should come up and try to actually recreate some of the dance moves, but we might injure ourselves. So today we are celebrating the official start of our nonstop service between Seattle and Seoul-Incheon. An incredible milestone, a route that connects two vibrant global cities and opens new possibilities for our guests. I would like to thank everybody who made this possible today, and there's a lot of teamwork in aviation, both within and beyond the company, and we wouldn't be here today without incredible teams at both Alaska and Hawaiian bringing this together. Huge thanks to the crew that is going to take good care of us today and safely fly us across the Pacific this afternoon. Everybody out on the ramp, maintenance, and everyone that comes together to make a flight like this possible. Huge thanks to the Port of Seattle, who's here today, for supporting our global expansion and for being such a strong partner in making this possible. And thanks to all of you and all of our partners and customers here in the US and also in Korea for making this route a success. So for us, this is more than a flight. It's a symbol of our commitment to connect the Pacific Northwest with the world and bring the world to Seattle. And in particular, we appreciate all the support for this flight because Seoul is one of the top 3 international destinations from Seattle. Seoul was just named favorite worldwide city for the 4th consecutive year by Millennial and Gen Z travelers. Yes. It is a city that blends tradition and innovation to the soundtrack of K-pop, and we are thrilled to invite more people to experience it. And I am super excited personally to be going on the flight today. I have never been to Korea, and so it'll be my first flight, or my first trip to Seoul, and I can't wait to experience it. This flight is I'm gonna love it. This flight is one of 12 international routes that we will launch from our global gateway in Seattle, intended to connect all parts of our network to the world. And I am now pleased to invite up Joe Sprague, CEO of Hawaiian Airlines, to share a few words and to thank the crew himself.
Aloha, everybody. Thanks so much for coming out for this exciting new route launch, Seattle to Seoul, Incheon, in South Korea. It's fantastic to have all of you here. I do want to start first with recognizing the employees of Hawaiian Airlines, Alaska Airlines, Horizon Air, McGee, the Ohana, the family at Alaska Air Group. We work together and we're doing some amazing things together. And so for those of you that are guests or travelers that are not employees, if you could, stand by for a quick round of applause, because I'd like all of those employees, all the employees, to raise your hands really high. Hawaiian, Alaska, Horizon, McGee. Yes, a big hand for them. We appreciate their focus on safety and care and on doing big things for our customers. And so for all of our customers, especially all of you flying on this inaugural flight, a big mahalo to all of you. Diana mentioned the crew for the flight. I think they're not quite here yet because it's a long flight and they're going to get here just when they're supposed to prepare the airplane and be ready to go right on time. But I did want to recognize them, and in particular, the captain on today's flight is Michael Kane. Not the actor, but the outstanding senior pilot at Hawaiian Airlines. And he and the rest of his crew are going to take fantastic care of all of our guests on the flight to Seoul today. I also wanted to, speaking of thank yous, recognize, and I see several members, Perry's here, several members from the Port of Seattle. They are such incredible partners of us to do what we do in serving the people of the Pacific Northwest through this fantastic airport. So a big thank you to everybody here from the Port of Seattle as well. Okay, quick note, Hawaiian Airlines, Alaska Airlines, we're excited about this Alaska promoted service to Seoul. You can see it's being operated by Hawaiian Airlines. And by the way, the airplane you're going to be flying on today is our newest 787, beautiful airplane. At Hawaiian Airlines, we proudly name all of our aircraft. The beautiful 787 that you see here is Me'e, that you'll all be flying on today. And so it's important to sort of reflect a bit here. What's going on? Hawaiian Airlines and Alaska Airlines, two fantastic airlines, as you know, that are coming together as one airline, but we are keeping the Hawaiian Airlines brand. We're going to continue to have the Hawaiian Airlines brand serving Hawaii, both to, from, and within. And over time, we're going to have the international gateway that Diana mentioned that we're building up here in Seattle, flown with those 787 aircraft as part of the Alaska brand. But as we work towards that day, the airplane here today is still operated and flown by the crew and the team at Hawaiian Airlines, but all one company under the Alaska Air Group banner. Having said all that, I do want to make one special note, and that is that Diana, who was introduced as the Senior Vice President of Public Affairs and Sustainability at Alaska Airlines, you might have seen the headline, was named this week to be my successor, thank you very much, and to become the new CEO of Hawaiian Airlines. The first female CEO at Hawaiian in their 96-year history, and by the way, somebody that is so smart and so caring. She is going to be a tremendous leader for Hawaiian and for all of Alaska Air Group as we continue to do good things together. So congratulations, Diana. Okay, I've spoken long enough and I said nothing that was on my prepared remarks, so apologies to the communications team, but thank you all so much for coming out. I hope everyone going on the flight today has a fantastic time. Mahalo and aloha.
So much, Joe. All right, now I'm delighted to welcome Karen Goon, who is the Deputy Executive Director from the Port of Seattle, our amazing partners.
Thank you, Alexa. Good afternoon, everyone. And on behalf of the Port of Seattle Commission and all of the Port of Seattle employees, we want to extend our congratulations to Alaska Airlines for this first inaugural flight, nonstop from Seattle to Seoul. We are so pleased to be your operational partner, and we love working with you and all our carriers, and you help us make a big success of this gateway that allows people from Seattle to explore the world, learn new things, expose themselves to culture, see new sights, and we're just so proud to be your partner by your side. So this summer is a big plus for us as well, as we highlight the fact that we have had a record number of people come through our gateway this summer. And none of that would have been possible without our partners at Alaska Airlines. There are 100 different routes to North America, which partner with other international partners, have allowed us to be the gateway to the world, and we're so proud to be here celebrating this event with you. And we're also going to be very happy when you announce some more long-haul routes next year. So we're hoping to have something similar to this in terms of a celebration. So if you like this, stay tuned. And with expansion of our international services, which as of today we have 58 different services to 38 different international destinations through 30 different carriers. And with this comes expansion that's needed on our side. And while it seems like construction of the port is never ending and you feel like you have to be a K-pop dancer to get through some of our spaces, please know that these improvements are necessary and are designed to get you quickly and efficiently to your next destination. So again, on behalf of the Port of Seattle, congratulations, Alaska, and let's have more long-haul routes. Thank you very much.
And with the Washington 10th District, Congresswoman Marilyn Strickland.
Well, thank you very much, everyone, and good afternoon. My name is Marilyn Strickland. I represent the 10th Congressional District of Washington State. And as you heard, I was actually born in Seoul. And when we first came to the States, we actually were in Alaska, in Juneau, so I'm kind of sandwiched here by Juneau and Seoul-Incheon. But I first want to congratulate Alaska Airlines for this incredibly important milestone. As mentioned earlier, Seoul is one of the top destinations from Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. But I want to talk about what this means, especially during this time. Someone asked me recently, what is so special about Washington State? And I said that we value diversity. We know that inclusion is important. We are a proud international community here, and we welcome everyone. And I say that because I know it's important for people to hear that very important message. And Alaska Airlines lives those values every single day. When you have this exciting flight, 11 hours and 45 minutes, because I had to ask, you're going to get incredible customer service that Alaska Airlines is known for. And that's because of the values, the mission, and the fantastic people who work at this airline. But I also want to emphasize that this is a love letter. It's a love letter from Washington State and Alaska Airlines to the Korean American community and to the nation of South Korea. And here's what the love letter says. We value you, we honor you, we celebrate your culture and history, we love economic development, student exchanges, the fantastic food, and yes, K-pop and the fantastic series that we watch on Netflix, the K-dramas. But more than anything, it says this. It says that no matter where you're from, what your background is, we know that we live in an international community, and Korean Americans and the Korean diaspora are a big part of that. So congratulations to Alaska Airlines. Thank you for the honor of representing you. And to all of you taking the flight today, you're gonna have a fantastic flight, and wait till you touch down in Seoul. It's gonna blow your mind. Thank you.
All right, now I'm absolutely delighted to welcome my colleagues from Hawaiian Airlines who lead our community and cultural relations team. Debbie, Manako, and Keoni are gonna come up and lead us in a traditional blessing. So, come on.
Aloha mai kākou. My name is Debbie Nakanelua Richards, Manako Tanaka, Keoni Martin. It is our privilege to be here. One of the most exciting things about being a part of this new ohana with Alaska Airlines and Horizon and our friends at McGee is this opportunity to really demonstrate what was just spoken about, diversity, and the strength that diversity in all of us brings to move us forward. Part of the traditions at Hawaiian Airlines, Joe kind of mentioned, our aircraft is named Me'e. Our large aircrafts are named after constellations. They are guiding stars. Navigators of all indigenous people use the stars, non-instrument navigation, to find their way. We look at these aircrafts as helping us find our way, to lead a journey, an adventure, an experience, to see family and friends, and to experience culture. So part of our culture at Hawaiian Airlines is to do an official blessing before these new inaugural flights. The blessing is an opportunity to take time for gratitude, to thank all the many hands that made this come to fruition. If you were here an hour and a half ago, it didn't look like this. Many hands. An hour and a half ago, our aircraft, all the people that worked to get it here in the pristine condition that it is, the crew that's making their way to make today special. That's what we celebrate. That's what we think about when we count our blessings. Gratitude. And also gratitude for all of you who are here to share in this very auspicious opportunity for our organization, our combined organization. Oli, or chant, is often used as part of a blessing, and it speaks to welcoming all of you, creating this space, and enveloping all of you in this positive energy that comes with the mist, and the rain, and the wind, and all of those things to really set the tone for this very exciting day. Then we proceed with the blessing, and then we head to focus on the Maile Lei. For many of you, this is recognizable. It is a lei of significant importance. Something special is happening. It is also part of the livery of Hawaiian Airlines. It is this idea of many hands making light the work, and just wrapping us in that spirit of lokahi, ma'alama, to work together, to care for each other. O na unagi na halame kalehua, e halelehua no ia na ka moi, o ka uno i
Ia la'i ai ke ki o i kaua kōko. E nā maluki no ka lanu male e hoe. E ho ulu mai ana o laka me ka maile. O mako no mako lai e. Aloha e, aloha e, aloha. Aloha. Thank you. Everything that Joe, Diana, and our congresswoman had said, I want you to know has been, the words and the energy has been interwoven into the Maile Lei. I'm going to ask one favor from all of you here. All of the excited feelings and the positive feelings that you have right now, I'm going to ask that you please take that and direct it into our umeke, our calabash bowl here. And what we brought for you today is the elements of Hawaii. I have the la'i here. And in the bowl is, of course, fresh water and the pa'akai, the sea salt from Hawaii, which is used to preserve everything. And what we want to do today is preserve all the goodness and all the positive energy. And the chant that I did after Debbie's welcoming chant was a chant just for safety and to protect the way and to, of course, to guide us to a prosperous event. All right, so can we all do that? Okay, thank you. Mahalo noi na oi no na me apa ko mai ka ikia le maile o tia alaho ma Seattle, Washington, ahiki I Incheon, Korea, kia ko manaloa me ko kiki kane me ka uhane hamonele. Amen.
Mahalo Keoni. At this time, we'd like to call our leaders and our special guests joining us today. We're going to have Joe and Diana untie the Maile Lei. This is very symbolic of opening this new route. All the positive energy and wishes for success and prosperity to officially open this route from the port of Seattle to Incheon, Korea.
So that concludes our program. We are going to have some snacks that are going to be passed out, really traditional, tasty Korean treats. And thank you so much for everyone who came. For those of you who are flying on this inaugural flight, have an amazing trip. And we appreciate your support and loyalty to Alaska and Hawaiian. Thank you.
Also, Zone 3, we ask that you please line up at N17 for our main cabin line. Once again, if you are in our early boarding group, any families traveling with little ones under the age of 2, and as a thank you to your service, any active duty military members and their accompanying families. Also, Zone 3, we ask that you please line up over at N17. There will be a main cabin line for you when we are ready to board.
See the name on your boarding pass?
Thank you. Thank you so much. At this time, we'd like to welcome aboard our Zone 1 passengers. Welcoming aboard our Zone 1 passengers here at N16. Now to welcome aboard our Zone 2 here at N16. Zones 1 and 2 here at N16. Make sure those passports and boarding passes are out in your hands so our agents can verify.
Boarding pass, please, and your passport.
Yes, I call it. Nobody touch it. Oh, just like that. Nobody. Thank you.他们招手的时候你就拍，
这有点太宽了，
那就横着吧，横着试一下，能不能拿起来？
先抖，
不抖，拿就好了。3倍看一下
，3倍的话可以。
左边，往左。谁让你这样？飞机和人不能同时吗？
你要我。
We're good on here. Kayla, I want you to see this. You're so quick.
So many of my Yeah, they were just like, yeah. Really? Ah, this is the one? No. This is the one with the Hawaiian stuff.